There are many parts to the story of Acorn House, many successes and indeed, sad to say, there are some heartbreaks and sadness. Acorn House is a 16-bed hostel, but it's not just a hostel, it's a hostel that deals with homelessness and alcoholism.
Where were you before you came into Acorn House?
Booth house, hell in a hole. It's, I was there for a year. If you like people being stabbed, set alight. Drug addicts, everything you name it. Drugs on tap, booze on tap. It's a psycho place. I wouldn't advise it to anyone.
So when we feel the pain, it's telling us something's wrong. And we have great difficulty in feeling that pain. And now that you've taken away the alcohol, which was the solution, we've got to find another solution. We've got to learn to deal with that pain and process it. And that's a lot of pain to deal with for however long we drank. You can't expect for 10, 20, 30 years of drinking to work through it in 4 months, or 5 months or 6 months. It's a long process.
What do you feel that Acorn House has given you in these 6 months that you've been a resident?
The security, the knowledge, to know that there's life after drink, the support. It got me through a lot. I was on Valium for 11 years plus. It's a good place to be. If you want to work the program, it'll work. If you don't, it's not worth being here. There's other people out there that are desperate to get in here. So my advice to people that are in here and they don't want to get in here, just go. There's people out there that are begging to get in here and they deserve a chance.
So the part and parcel of the therapeutic program which enables that to get around. Francesca provides acupuncture and shoulder and head massage and all that kind of some meditation stuff, which is really important in terms of helping people to find peace from within. Jane provides the counselling service. And of course our key workers work very closely with each of their key men, and they work within a period of time.
So it's a blessing in my life, and hopefully it's a blessing in the lives of the men that we try and serve.
So it's definitely a bittersweet. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Happiness is not a station you arrive at, but a manner of traveling. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Yesterday is a cancelled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is the only cash you have. Spend it wisely. Remember, personal growth isn't expensive, it's priceless. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has a genius, magic and power in it. Begin it now. We can't do everything at once, but we can do something at once. And this is the best one. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
You know what? You know what that reminds me of? You can heal your life.
Yes, that's the logo.
Yeah.
That's
Louise
Louise's
Yeah.
Hayes logo, and that's where these come from.
Right. Yeah.
You're a nice boy. You've been reading.
Yeah.
Very good. It's all part of the holistic.
It's part of the journey, innit?
It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Part of the
I don't miss a thing, man. Money can't buy me love.
No, but you can buy everything else.
Money, but I think more importantly, money can't buy you.
Nah, I'm twice.
You know what I'm saying, blood?
Yeah, big time.
That's the theme of the day.
Big time.
Money can't buy me love.
No, but buy me everything else. Money can't buy me sobriety.
Money cannot buy you sobriety. Money cannot buy you spirituality.
Nah, man.
Happy Easter to all the residents of Acorn House.
I don't know about that bit, people's names, Justin, on a DVD.
But really the main project as I see it, it's about self-help. There's very little we can do to help people. We give people the opportunity to make changes in their life. We'll point them in the right direction as far as we're able, but we very much have to leave it up to individuals to take hold of recovery and begin to develop their own program of recovery.
Billy, I'm an alcoholic. I'm 17 before I what it was like, I was on the street, on the street, heavy on drinks, on that. I thought there's no light in it, there's nowhere to stop. I'm still made a phone call to one day, it's Acorn House East London, it's Acorn House. And that basically, they said to me, I thought they would just be attached because I could never stop what I was doing. Anybody could never stop me drinking and say, that's what I do. And I miss, it was a hard time first, you know. Not drink was impossible for me. I went through a hard time, but you never ever know what I was saying that I am. I've been there 6 months now. With the staff around, support for us. I'm going to take a lot and start there. That's not even easy. The staff, yeah, I was down, but without the staff, I was dead by now because I was down on the street, I was nearly dying, I was some crash, but it wasn't like things I was seeing, I was still running, I was sleeping, you know, I was dropping 3 weeks out. But I started in Acorn House 6 months, and the best 6 months I've ever had. If I hadn't got it, I used to drink away. You used to feel, you know, I would come out of it because my God, stuff. I was so that's what that is. I don't know what come to this, you know. I found out being there. It is for the life.
John was here again.
Yeah, collect his stuff.
Huh?
Collect his stuff.
Alright. What, did he come? Did he not, what? How did you just hear?
As far as what Pablo says, John came and collected his stuff and that was it. It's gone.
Because I've seen a lot of people come in here and went back out again.
Right.
And it's not very pleasant to go back out to where you were before.
Right. That's very nice.
The heart is a balloon, shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck.
I was wrecked, Justin, totally wrecked, full of fear, lost everything I had, lost me most of all, couldn't get out of the grotty little bed that I was in, and if ever I did go out, I'd stand at the door and listen for the traffic to disappear, and I would go to the shop, get my car out, come back, hide away in that little bed sit. And with trying 88 before, I was offered, it didn't work for me. I didn't want it to work, I went there for the wrong reasons. And then I got the opportunity to come down to London through Bangkok, come down to Acorn House. And I got told on a Sunday, and I was here on a Tuesday, and I can honestly say it's the best move I've ever made. I've just been back to Inverness. I was out for a week, seen my ex-partner, seen my burn, and felt so comfortable with me. And the way I feel today, I could never have got this feeling through drink or drugs. And there's the phone for me. I'll continue another time, can't you?
Nice one, Gary. Bless.
No bother.
Cool, bro.
Oh my goodness.
How you doing, man? You alright? Alright, good, alright. You have a good day?
Freedom.
What you need sir. Saying you, be free. Be free. Freedom.
And 5,500 days where sobriety replaces drunkenness, where there's an element of contentedness as opposed to angst, where there is positiveness in people's lives rather than negativity. Just before we came out today, I did a little bit of work on the statistics. You see some of the graphs that we have on our folder inside, and I worked out that with our current residents, with those who currently live in Acorn House, if you add up all the days that they've been with us, it amounts to 2,291 days. It's a lot of days, Nick. I bet you know probably with that sort.
That means the long hand is on 5 and the short hand is on 3. That means it's mid-afternoon.
Would you spare some change, sir, for a humble little surf?
Oh, you may polish my shoes while I'm there, young man.
Oh.
And I shall give you a crown. How's that?
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Damn, the boy needs a good whipping. Hey? Yes. Thank you, that's all.
Hi there, Jay.
How are you?
Hi.
Excuse me, can you not use your hands when
So what do you use when you're actually this sandwich cancels this sandwich cancels this.
They decided that they wanted to treat us, all of us really, as a whole organisation, and that's really what today's about. I've never known anything like this, and I think it's most unfair that just as I start my little diet, so I'm really not that grateful actually, but maybe we could just show our appreciation to Marriage for all that they've done for us today, and thank you very much indeed, everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Graham. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip.
How you doing, Ken?
I'm alright.
How was the tea party?
It was alright actually. I'm always a bit dubious about things like that because, you know, you got one of those situations where, you know, they're just trying to make themselves feel good to a large degree, and although it's a nice gesture and the cakes were tasty and there were a few fit birds there to stare at, you know, it's like any kind of a charitable situation. You got to contemplate whether or not they're doing it to make themselves feel better for some past sin, or they really give a shit, you know, or is it a combination of the two? But at the end of the day, you think of what it is, and it was all right. Coffee was nice, and the cakes were tasty. So.
Cool. So you didn't feel, so you felt slightly patronised?
How can you not, for anybody who's got 3 brain cells at work? But, you know, like I said, you know, it was nice. It was alright.
I think each day represents a miracle, and each day represents a miracle, particularly for an alcoholic, if it's a day without a drink. And each day represents a step on the journey that will hopefully sustain them for the rest of their lives. I often say, if you don't hear what you need to hear, if you don't believe what you hear here today, at least believe what you see.
So how long have you been in Acorn House?
3 months last week.
Wow.
So, you know, reached my halfway point.
Congratulations. And how have things changed for you since you've been here?
Yeah, that's a really good question actually. That's something that I have actually been thinking about quite a bit over the past week or so. When you're in this situation, it's like, what is it? I think you said the great quote, and I have remembered, you know, you don't see your own hair grow. You know, I've had a lot of people say, you know, the usual stuff that I have to avoid feeling patronized. You know, oh, I look good, I look so much better, you know, all that usual crap. But it's one of those things, I mean, it's good from the perspective that I do feel a lot better physically, you know, it's that usual stuff of, you know, I don't miss the waking up in the morning, puking my guts up, the rattling, wondering where the fuck I'm gonna get my next drink from, you know, the panic that I used to get when I knew I was fucked and I couldn't get another sort of life and all that I'm glad that's true. But having said that, you got to be careful because now that the mind's cleared a bit, you know, you get that period where you think, what the fuck am I doing here in the first place? Should I never fucking put myself in this position? You know? You do have to avoid it, but at the same time it is inevitable. You sort of hit that stage in your own recovery. So, you know, I do have that pop into my head every once in a while. You know, where the fuck did I go wrong in life? Usual crap.
And I get you thinking.
Oh yeah, this is one of the downfalls of you know, getting your senses about you.
They say the bad thing about getting sober is you get your feelings back, and the good thing about getting sober is you get your feelings back.
Yeah. It is definitely a win-lose situation. But then again, having said that, you know, that is life as well, isn't it? You know? And it's just, when I was able to get pissed all the time and avoid that aspect of life, you know, live life half, anesthetized, didn't have to worry about it.
I'm trying to build a picture of what Acorn House is.
Okay.
And what is Acorn House to you?
Acorn House to me is a safe place for homeless alcoholic men, kind of people that have nowhere else to go. You know, I think the AA meetings are there, but I think some of the people who come in the Acorn House, they need that little bit extra space and time that maybe they can't get at the meetings. Because they're in such a vulnerable state living on the street and everything else.
Hello? You're just about to see me now. Looks, I know. Hello. Yeah. Good, isn't it? Good.
So, pretty bad. We've got the chicken almost ready to come out. I'd say we're ready on the chicken. That's looking nice and done to me, I reckon. Yeah, lovely.
I think our biggest need right now at this point is to have more third stage houses. Because we have a lack of rooms for that. And for the most part, most of the men that move on from Acorn House into our third stage houses have a much better chance staying sober, just because that's what the statistics have kind of shown us.
So are you, Eddie?
I'm not bad. Well, that's still there.
So how long ago were you in Acorn House?
No comment.
No comment?
No comment.
And so...
No comment all the way, Chief.
No, but if like... Well, no, if you could sort of say... If you could say to people who matters what Acorn House done for you, what would you say?
I could say a lot of things with that. First and foremost, it gave me time. So I could say that. I could say it gave me time to assess my life. Yeah, it gave me time to breathe, Justin. And that's what I was to break away from the circle I was in. And to that, I'm eternally grateful to Amy House for that. And the rest of the work was done by me, not myself, with the help of others.
One of the big ones is time. Time and a very safe environment. For many of the guys, for most of the guys, to kind of face their demons in a safe environment. Because we can deal with the sadness, the pain, the joy, and all of that.
Here I am in my new life, which has presented itself to me. I'm in a rehabilitation treatment centre for alcoholics, and this is my little box room that I've been staying in for a month now. Which is a hard pill to swallow in a lot of respects. It's sort of like a kind of it's two sides to every coin. One side is that, you know, I haven't had a drink for almost a month, taking any drugs. I've lost my flat in London Bridge, which I never thought would happen. It has. Things were getting very extreme for me, and my drinking was creating more and more serious consequences. Pretty pissed off being there at the moment. It's sort of like curfew at 9 PM, fuck all to do all day, not that I had anything to do anyway except for drink. I've kind of been waiting for my phone to ring and it hasn't rang for days. So, what advice would you give me in my, I'm like just over 4 months in Acorn House. Obviously been struggling with bits and bobs. I kind of think to a certain extent it's sort of like if you're not struggling, there might be something wrong sort of thing, because there's a lot of stuff to be dealing with. Sometimes I can be walking down the road and suddenly realise how much of a mess I really did make in my thing, because to a certain extent alcoholics have this natural capability of ostrich syndrome. We just put our thing on. But I kind of battle with it. Am I living in a problem or am I struggling? You know what I'm saying? But I kind of, for the first time I kind of realised like I might be actually struggling, trudging the road to happy destiny.
I would say, Justin, let us in. Because I know you find it difficult to accept our love. And any time I've mentioned that, you just look at me like, what's he up to? Does he want something? But yeah, let us in. Work on it. I know it'll take, well, I don't know how long it'll take. But just remember that everything that we do comes from a place of love. And just work on that. Because I know you're working on that conscious contact every day with God, and you know, I see it, you do have a lot of gratitude, but just, you know, just keep fighting it. Just keep asking for guidance. Just keep working on trying to figure out what's His will and what's your will. And struggling is part of it. You've got to go through the bad bits to get to the good bits.
So now that you've sobered up, I mean, how are you starting to feel?
Real as can be. Everything's full on face value.
I've handed my keys in now. I've got no power over what's kept and what's taken. And it's sort of like I haven't got any energy in me to complain about it, because it's deep in my heart of hearts is what I wanted. I was sick and tired of having this big sort of, it felt like a boulder. Boulders, a bag of boulders, a big sack of boulders. Numerous first occasion I just wanted to get up and go. All this stuff. So that's all gone now, and I'm back to this very simple existence. Just small.
I had enough physically, I was in bits. Could barely walk. And committed a crime to get myself in prison. That was the only escape I really knew. On the streets I went to prison. From prison I managed to do a self-detox. Very much in denial about my alcoholism. That wasn't a problem. That's what I presented.
I heard people talking in meetings and that lot talking about, oh, I've got well despite myself and all this lot, but I heard the other day that I'm getting well because of myself. Not despite myself, but actually because of myself. So I sort of reiterate what you just said.
Yeah, I got well. I would say I got well in the beginning despite myself, but after, as I started to get into the program, I got well because of myself. I made myself. It's a program of actions. And my actions. I choose to live clean, sober life.
Not everybody gets it. People arrive and full of hope, full of a new beginning. When they get what we give, as best we're able to give. For whatever set of reasons, I choose to drink. And that creates a great sadness within us because it's like losing a wee bit of the family every time that this happens. And I particularly remember tonight Dennis was with us for around the Christmas period, and choose to drink again. And in truth, Dennis is probably one of the lucky ones. Because at least he's less peaceful. We have John, who was with us for a period of time, who's around about half the surrounding place. And he is, the man is at death's door and he's suffering from dementia and madness and alcoholism. And it puts us to sleep. But these are the decisions that John made for whatever reason that John made. And I just ask for your prayers for the likes of John. Somehow, but it did what the message was.
Yeah, it's been an extremely traumatic, terrifying stage of my life. I've never ever been so terrified in my life. I've always been against bird cages. I never saw the point in actually holding a bird in a cage, but this Finchley came through my where is it? Come on, you. He flew through my bloody window this morning, and it's just people say it's a really lucky thing for a bird to fly through your window. It's a little small thing. It would have died out there in the cold. It was really cold outside, so I feel quite blessed actually that it's climbed through my window, and I feel happy that I'm able to now give it a home.
Acorn House is also a gift to me. I consider it a privilege every day to be doing the work that God has given me to do.
Which has affected me, definitely, and I feel violated really physically. Right. So at first I just sort of like shrugged it off like it weren't nothing, but I'm feeling quite hurt by it, and it's kind of exacerbated by being around these kind of these super achieving young men who are sort of like barely, you know, in their early 20s, who are sort of like at big massive law firms. I'm having this tokenism, this turned into suddenly a tokenism barbecue, kind of like for us poor alcoholics. And I feel patronised just being there with them. And I've taken myself out of the situation because my attitude's snowballing, and I had a go at Fat Joe for telling me to close the bus door and whatever else, and I just feel quite vulnerable and just pissed off really. I don't really want to be around everyone. I don't want to take part. No, you know what I mean? Sulking or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. That's how I feel. So I'm just going to stay around in this beautiful field. No trouble from no one then. It's what I suffer from, innit? Isolation. Always pulling myself away from the pack. Special and different. Painful place. Suffer from loneliness. It's like a disease. Fucking disease. I can honestly say I've spent the best days within myself of my whole life. Yeah. You know, where I've actually felt at peace. And, you know what I mean? I said that if all that I would have experienced coming here would have been that doom that was in my heart was removed. Because I felt like I had a death sentence in my soul. All that would have happened would have been that would have been taken away. That would have been enough. I'm receiving so much more. It's not like an arrogant confidence. It's not an egotistical confidence. It's just a confidence in accepting yourself for who you are. Struggling or strife and trouble. Does anybody really care? Say, why won't you answer my prayer? 'Cause there was a deeper sadness flowing through my soul. Said it was keeping me down low. Said it was leaving me no place to go. Deeper sadness running through my soul.
light of the smooth. Now's your time, trudge the road to happy.
Because I just stole this from the cafe. But I'm going to make an amends, maybe on the way back, and I'm also going to share it with you. So, to me this is spiritually symbolic. I've stolen this and I've now broken one of the commandments of God. But I feel totally at ease and at peace with that. So, I just wanted to let you know.
Just, what are you up to?
Hi, Jane.
Hello, Jane. Hi, Justin.
How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, well, what we want to do is we just want to calm down a little bit. I'd like you to take 10 deep breaths. Well, you don't have to take 10 deep breaths. Just take a deep breath. You feel more relaxed now?
What are you up to?
Right, now, what we're going to do is we want to just explore some of the reasons why you might be clashing with some of the people here in Acorn House. Now, I don't want you to get aggressive, and I don't want you to get defensive. Okay? This is a part of a process. And I think the most important thing here for you,
Am
Jane,
I a mirror for you, Justin?
I think the most important thing
I'm
here for you...
holding a mirror up, Justin.
Yes. The most important thing here,
You're
Jane,
speaking to the mirror.
is for you to... The most important thing here is for you to trust the process.
Exactly, Justin.
Wait.